give anybody my ID unless I've committed a crime.
So we can make it real easy or we can make it real hard. Well, all I'm asking is for your ID that I identify who you are in case.
You get a chance to talk to the people upstairs?
Who? Jesus?
No, the people upstairs. They have to give you some type of permit to
start going to church?
Recording in there. Do you have your ID?
Excuse me?
Do you mind if it's your ID?
Let me see your ID.
Yeah.
So do you have your driver's license?
I just want to know what crime I'm committing.
Do you have your driver's license?
Give me your name.
Oh, bless your heart. God bless you. See, now the bad thing is for you, unfortunately for you, is I know my rights and I know the law, and I know I'm not breaking the law.
Everybody understand this. If you're getting pulled over and they're asking for your driver's license and you think, just listen, if you have no warrants, you have a valid license.
It just comply to tyrannical fascist government is what he's saying right there. Just comply to unconstitutional, tyrannical, fascist soldiers that work for the government. Just comply. That's your advice. Thanks, donut operator. Thanks, audit the audit. Thanks, frauditor troll. Thanks, Vinny. You're all the same people.
Just comply. He could have been on the road in 5 minutes, okay? But
yeah. Again, do you tell this to a RAPE victim? Just comply with your RAPIST, and it'll be over within a few minutes, and you can go on your way. Just comply. Do you give RAPE victims the same advice, Vinny? You moron? Think about what you're saying. Just let them RAPE you, and it'll be over in a few minutes, and you'll be on your way. That's not what real Americans do. Real Americans are the founding fathers, who for the slightest little thing the government did to them, they were ready to pick up arms. God, these people make me sick.
Guy wanted this moment, all right? And when
the guy wanted a gang of armed thugs to impede his freedom over headlights. That's what he wanted. Now you're going to the victim blaming. This is something cops do and RAPISTs do. They blame the victim. He wanted this. She wanted it. She wouldn't have been dressed that way if she didn't want it. She wouldn't have been at the club that late at night if she didn't want this. She wouldn't have been walking by herself on the sidewalk dressed that way if she didn't want this RAPE. It's the same thing. Yeah, I'm sure, Vinny, this guy just living his life, he wanted a bunch of thugs to impede his freedom, damage his property, and cage him. Way to victim blame, you moron.
searched his car, Rob, guess what they found? An unsheathed, serrated knife sitting on the passenger side.
Here's more justification. He had a serrated knife on the floorboard where he didn't even go near or even look at during the traffic stop. It's all on camera, moron.
Floorboard. Okay, the cops are saying that he reached for it. I think they're still disputing that. But you know what this reminds me of? You guys remember when Tyreek Hill was going to the Miami game?
Oh, now here we go with the Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill didn't do anything. Tyreek Hill might have been speeding or whatever, and he gave his license. I did a whole video about this too. If you go to my videos tabs, you can see all this stuff. He was speeding. He gave the cop his license. The cop was in a motorcycle gang who were known for committing crimes themselves. And the cop had an ego and he thought he was a tough guy. Tyreek gave him his license, and because Tyreek wanted to roll up his window until the traffic stop was over, which he has every right to do, and you don't even have to roll your window down to begin with at a traffic stop. 322.15 Florida statutes. All you have to do is display your driver's license, insurance, and registration, which can be done through the window, rolled all the way up. You do not have to speak or even look at a cop or roll down your window 1 millimeter by any law, including traffic law in Florida. So again, Vinny doesn't know what he's talking about. Once again.
Speeding like a maniac, got pulled over.
Speeding like a maniac. Way to throw on like a maniac part. How fast was he going? What was his zone? He might have been speeding, but even that's BS. Who did he hurt? Where's the victim of his crime? Who's the plaintiff? Where's the victim of Tyreek Hill's crime? Again, anything in the world to support the thugs because you've been brainwashed your whole life that police are the good guys. Spoiler alert, government and police have never been the good guys throughout history. Only brainwashed imbeciles believe that. Good guys throughout history. Only brainwashed imbeciles believe that.
Okay, closes the door, closes the window, arguing with the police. Okay, he acted like a.
Oh my God, he defended himself as an American. Oh my God. What was this guy thinking? Wow. Who do Americans think they are? They think they're free people? They can actually resist a tyrannical government? I'm pretty sure they're actually allowed to do that, but not according to Vinny in his bootlicking tongue.
Like an entitled, rich, freaking brat. He didn't want to listen because the rules don't apply with him. And then guess what? When they interview him, you know what he said? I'm just being a black man. That's it. I'm just being a black man in America, bruh. That's not.
See, I don't like the race politics either because cops don't care what color you are. They do this to everybody.
Okay, that's not why you got pulled over. Okay, you were driving like an idiot, and there's this sentiment now towards cops back, and especially like in the younger community,
Yeah, because it's not just the African American community either. Now you're playing race politics. We're all waking up, moron. Cameras are ubiquitous. We see the way cops are acting. And again, the part you're missing is that unless somebody does something to someone else, endangers somebody, hurts somebody, damages their property, trespasses, something along those lines, they should be a free American. Freedom. Understand, Vinny, you moron? That's the part you guys keep skipping over.
American community, it's like, no, I ain't got to do shit. Roll out the window. Just comply, okay?
There we go. There's your Brandon Tatum. Comply or die. Comply or die. There's your Officer Tatum. There's your Grady Judd. There's your brainwashed, statist, imbecile bootlicker. Comply or die. It doesn't matter. You walked across the street wrong. Comply or die. Your wiper blades weren't on when there was drizzling. Comply or die. You don't have a plastic slave card, which people call a driver's license. Comply or die. This is the advice given by freedom-hating morons. Comply or die. Really, Vinny? I'll never watch this show again. I will never watch PBD again. They're effing disgusting. Comply or die. Again, do you give RAPE victims the same advice, Vinny? Just comply so you don't die, and you'll be on your way. You moron. You low IQ moron with zero critical thinking ability.
You're never going to deal with this situation if you just listen. We all do it. Give me your driver's license. I don't put on a camera.
There's another excuse. We all do it. We all comply with tyranny, so should you. That's another excuse stupid statist bootlickers use. We all do it, so you should do it too. How about we all stop doing it? Like the founding fathers did. Why isn't that an option, Vinny? We're all bootlickers, so you should be a statist bootlicker too.
And try to fight with the freaking cop. Just listen to what they're saying. It's the law. It's the law.
It's not the law. The Constitution is the law, moron. Traffic code goes directly against the Constitution, moron. The law is the Constitution, moron, not traffic code. God, and they say it like with such passion, like they're right. You're wrong. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's a traffic stop, okay? This guy would never be in this situation. Same thing with George Floyd. If George Floyd wasn't a...
Oh, now we're going to blame George Floyd too. He would have never been in the traffic stop if police obeyed their oath to the Constitution and only went after actual crimes. How come that's not an option, Vinny? None of us would ever be in that situation if the cops obeyed their oath to the Constitution and only enforced laws with actual victims, with actual damages, with actual crimes against somebody else. You wouldn't be in that situation if they followed the actual law in their oath either. Again, victim blaming. That's what he's doing here.
Scumbag, he never would have met that cop, Derek Chauvin, if you weren't a scumbag. Okay, and this guy's...
I see. So, if George Floyd wasn't a scumbag, he would have never met the cop who took his life. Wow. This guy's great at victim blaming. I sure hope you give RAPE victims the same advice, Vinny.
A scumbag in my eyes. And Rob, play this video of what the sheriff said.
Social media is not a reality. One video clip, devoid of context, can be very misleading. Given that McNeil never brought this incident to jail.
We just saw the whole context. The guy was doing nothing to nobody. He wasn't bothering anybody. He didn't do anything to anybody. He didn't damage any property. He wasn't trespassing anywhere. So he should be left alone as a free American. Let's start there. Start there, moron. That's where you need to start, right there.
Attention, but rather push the cell phone camera footage that he had in his possession since March 5th out on social media. One can only assume, and I'm saying I assume, that he intended to inflame the public.
This should inflame the public. Cops stopping and impeding people's freedom for victimless laws and victimless crimes should inflame the public. Stop doing it, and you won't have this negative attention. Stop doing that, and it won't be a problem. See, what these cops do is say, we have the right to do all these things to you, and if you resist it, then you're the problem. Then they blame their victim. Just like RAPIST. If you would have just let me do what I want to do to you, and you didn't resist me doing what I want to do to you, there wouldn't be no problem. You didn't resist me doing what I want to do to you, there wouldn't be no problem.
The process is still ongoing, and as such, I will neither defend nor commend Officer Bauer's response to resistance until all the facts are known and the investigation is completed. However, as the leader of this agency, I will not remain silent while important facts and information are buried to advance an anti-police agenda. The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers.
There it is, non-compliant. It's just like the RAPE victim. She wasn't compliant. If she would have just let us do our thing to her, if she would have just let the RAPIST do his thing and complied, he wouldn't have had to take it that extra step and unalive her too. It's the same thing. You had no right to touch her to begin with. You had no right to impede on this guy's freedom to begin with. Anything that happens after that is your fault. And the victim blaming needs to stop. It's your fault. We don't have to comply with unconstitutional laws. There was a Revolutionary War fought over stuff like this. Because if you give them a millimeter, it turns into a mile. It turns into 1,000 miles. We're so far past constitutional standards that morons like Vinny and PBD and this cop and bootlickers have been so brainwashed that any little thing you do to fight for your freedom against tyranny, you get blamed for. It's disgusting.
21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His noncompliance quickly rose to the level of criminal resistance to a police officer.
Criminal resistance. He dared to stand on his constitutional rights to be a free person outside of him committing some type of crime against somebody. That's criminal resistance to this thug right here. Oh, God.
Bill was arrested and pled guilty to resisting a police officer without violence.
Oh, resisting without violence. The same thing they snuck up behind me and arrested me for. Also the name of my political podcast every Monday night. Resisting Without Violence. Also the name of my second YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that if you'd be so kind. Thank you.
Force absolutely looks ugly. And because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, that's still what we're investigating.
Yeah, that
outside of JSO policy. This is another word game they like to play. Outside of JSO policy. Forget JSO policy. This is outside constitutional standards. No victim, no damages, no endangerment, no crime. Take your policies and shove them up your you-know-what. Who cares about your stupid policies? This is another game they like to play where they investigate themselves because they're sovereign from the rest of us, and they get to investigate themselves. That makes them technically sovereign citizens. Cops are sovereign citizens. When you get to investigate your own crimes and the general public does not, it makes you sovereign from the rest of us. So anytime you hear that someone calling someone a sovereign or a sovcit or a frauditor, they're literally talking about themselves. They're projecting who they are.
By the way, he's getting under investigation. That cop was relieved of...
Oh, he was relieved of his duty and he's under investigation. That probably means he got a paid vacation. And if he does lose his job, they'll let him resign. No charges for assault would be put on him. And he'll just become a cop somewhere else. You dummy. Vinny, you're dumb. You're talking way over your head here. And you have no clue what you're talking about.
His duty and good, do an investigation and get him in trouble. But this attitude, this sentiment towards cops of the hell with them, and they're just trying to kill us, and that's horse.
That's exactly what, not only trying to unalive us, what they're trying to do is control us with an iron fist and fine us to death steal our money through civil asset forfeiture and ticketing. They had no legitimate reason to impede this man's freedom to begin with. This is the starting point, ladies and gentlemen. Don't impede a person's freedom unless they did something to someone, damaged property, trespassed, or endangered somebody, and you can prove it to a legal degree of certainty in court. Unless one of those things happened, you're supposed to be a free person. Vinny, you moron.
Shit. And the stats are on our side, okay?
The stats are not on your side. You're 22 times more likely to be unalived by a cop than anybody else in the world. Moron. They make up 0.38 of the population, and they unalive between 1,000 and 1,300 people a year. So 3 people a day lose their life to the police force. The stats are not on your side. And they have SA'd over 400 women, children, and animals since 2014. SA. You know what that means?
Apply. Give me your driver's license. You know how easy that is? Here. Okay.
Yeah, you know how easy it is in World War II? Just get on the train car. It's just easy. Just get on the train car. The problem with just handing over your slave card, problem number 1, you shouldn't require a plastic card to be a free American. That means you're not a free American. Problem 2, when you hand over your card and you comply, then the financial RAPING starts happening. Oh, it's so easy. Then points get added to your license. Then you have to get monetarily terrorized, so they steal your money. There's nothing easy about it. And if you want to fight it, now you got to take time off from work, spend your money, and go into a system that's stacked against you 1,000,000 times over with the support of morons like you and the public. Like, this guy has no clue what he's talking about.
Officer, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Let me put them on. Bye. You're going.
Oh, apologize to the gunman from the government. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't mean to be a free American. My bad. I thought I was a free American. I thought I could just travel and move about free, like a free person. I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry, officer. Here's my slave card. Please check my papers. Please make sure I'm in order. It's modern day slavery, dude, that you're supporting. You can't be that stupid, can you?
5 minutes. Instead, you would have played this. Roll the window, close up, not listen. That's what you get. That's what you get.
Oh, yeah. Just now put that over to our RAPE victim. You want to dress like that? You want to go out in the middle of the night? You want to be on the road alone, and you don't want to be RAPED? Who do you think you are? That's what you get. Again, this is victim blaming what he's doing. It all correlates over. The RAPIST, he wants power, control, and sexual satisfaction. You know how to spell it. And the cop wants power, control, and your money. It's the same practice. The only difference is one wants money and power, the other one wants power and sex. That's the only difference between the two situations. And morons like this find a way to defend it.
That's why he's trying to inflame the public and trying to make us against cops. All the cops are trying to kill us.
The public should be inflamed. Cops are way out of control. Anyone that doesn't realize it is dumb. Just like you.
Family was speaking up too, like, oh, it's just because he's a black man. And no, bullshit. It's because you're acting like that, and that's the behavior. Adam.
Because you're acting like a free person. Now here comes Israel supporting moron Adam Sosnick. And anyone who cares about the Epstein thing is a fat loser, according to this guy that's about to talk here.
I just love the way that this sort of played out. I like the way that our friend Rob sort of teed this up, because if you only see the first video first,
he's a victim.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked. And then the one thing, like, punch him in the face. I'm like, oh my, here it is again, George Floyd.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a victim, morons. He shouldn't have been talked to in the first place. Why does everyone skip over that part of it? Don't start no stuff, and there won't be no stuff. He wasn't doing anything to anyone. Period.
Smith, here it is. And you know the weirdest part? The weirdest part, I don't know if you could play that video, Rob. As soon as the glass breaks,
he's calm.
Do you see how calm that dude is?
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
As if it's like, I expected this.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's standing up for himself as a free American. All right, I'm done. I didn't think it was going to go this long, so thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you see what I'm talking about here. Like, these guys have a huge audience, just like Audit the Audit, just like Donut Operator, and they push this propaganda here. They don't want this stuff done to their family. They don't want their wife, their daughter, to run across one of these bad cops. They pretend like they believe in freedom. Unless you don't have your plastic slave card. Unless your wipers are worn out. Unless your tire tread is too low. Unless you don't use a blinky light. Unless you don't pay the government for permission for license plates. They don't believe in freedom. I believe in freedom. Unless you're doing something to somebody else, you should be a free person. Outside of that, you're defending slavery, modern day slavery. These morons right here are defending modern day slavery. There they are. Patrick Bet David. I will never, ever click on their link again. I'm regretting it this morning. All they've done is piss me off, waste my time. At least I can shut them down and explain to people who understand what real freedom is that what they're doing is victim blaming and licking the boots of a fascist, tyrannical government who wants nothing more but to control your every movement, control your freedom, and be able to stop you on any little thing, anywhere you go. Thanks, guys. Please like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe to my second channel. It's called Resisting Without Violence. Please also go to my Facebook page and follow me there. And because I don't get paid like these guys do, because my message is radical. My message of freedom is too radical for mainstream, even internet. Even the internet, where it's supposed to be a free, open discussion, my message is too radical, and I get throttled back. So if you want to support me, subscribe to this channel, Resisting Without Violence, my Facebook page. And if you really want to support me and throw me a few bucks, $ John Felix on Cash App. Don't send it through YouTube because they take 30% of my money, and they've been stealing my money for years, honestly. They even demonetized me for a whole year, and they wouldn't tell me why. So, thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you guys. Also, join my Transparency and Accountability Coalition, my 501c4. It's free. It's tac-us.org. And that's it for now. And I also have a sponsor, America's Billiard League. If you play pool and you actually like to possibly win some real money playing pool, go to ablbilliards.com and say John Felix sent me when you send them an email. All right, everybody. Much love. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.